I think that the artifacts of animation are grossly overlooked in terms of the craft and artistry that goes into this form. The kind of work, the quality of work that is coming out of Leica definitely belongs in a museum. To see these objects, to see the fabrics, to see what goes into the armatures, to actually have all of that revealed surprised me. I think we're used to looking at movies as something two-dimensional on a screen somewhere and not realizing that there are actually human hands behind it. And that's what this exhibition shows, is the humanity that's behind the making of Leica films.
Common Ground was organized by the Denver Art Museum, and it's an exhibition that features 25 years of photographs by Fazl Sheikh. And Fazl is deeply interested in human rights and the dignity of the human being, and has dedicated all of his time to working with displaced persons throughout the world. What is so important to Fazl is that he gives names back to these individuals. He collaborates with them in the photographic process, so they have a say in composition, in pose. And then Fazl also prefers to have their words alongside their photographs, to give the voice to the individual who has always had a voice and who should be listened to.
This is an exhibition that covers the first 13 years of Diebenkorn's career, this masterful abstract painter that we have come to know through his work with the Ocean Park series and others, was all very much present at the time of his beginning as an artist. It's very rare that we get to see works that are from this very beginning stage of an artist's career. And one of the great strengths of the exhibition is an opportunity to see just how much he was exploring as a young artist, how quickly he moved from one style to another. And all throughout, you do see a strong sense of where he will be going once he becomes that masterful artist that many of us know very well.
What we're celebrating with this exhibition is the bravery of designers who looked at these, I'll say, elegant, streamlined, swoopy, sensuous, curvaceous shapes and transformed a square, boxy, Unitarian automobile into something of lasting beauty. No matter how hard you work on an exhibit like this, you put it down on paper, or you arrange models on a table, or you look at photographs, until you put it all together and it's in a room, and the cars are complementing one another, and the lighting is set so that the cars look like so many jewels on the floor. There's that moment where you just think, yes, can't wait for people to see this.
Picturing Oregon is our third floor permanent collection rotation, and the exhibition is really focused around the themes of the geography of Oregon. When this exhibition was installed, I was really taken by how beautiful and stunning and wonderful it was. And then a week after, we had the Eagle Creek fire, and the experience became something quite different. In some ways, it became kind of a site of trauma, and there was a rawness to how I felt about the landscape. So I think people will hopefully have a lot of different experiences with the landscape, but at the end I hope it becomes a lot about the admiration.
The Film Center has a really exciting year coming up. Starting in November, we're doing a series about pre-code cinema, Hollywood before the institution of the Hays Code. The early 30s was very risque stuff. After 1934, moral values took hold. In January, we're doing a retrospective of Robert Frank, the photographer, that's going to be in conjunction with the show at Blue Sky Gallery. In the spring, we're going to do another version of Contact, which is a dance film series with Body Vox. Then, of course, we have the Portland International Film Festival in February, probably 150 films from 50-some countries. That's always a highlight for our audience.
One big event that's going to be happening as part of the 44th Northwest Filmmakers Festival is a kickoff for an event that we're going to be doing later in November and into December called the Trailblazing Women of Independent Animation in the Northwest. And so this is going to feature 6 women animators who have been working from the mid-70s to the 80s, who have all sort of bucked the studio system and have been blazing the path for independent animators.
It's going to be a great year, and we hope you'll come check things out.